What the? Oh my, are you kidding? Cut it off. What's up, Ideal fam? Brad Danger here, and today I'm doing something so crazy some folks might actually want to sue me for it. I'm not even joking. Well, maybe a little bit. But seriously, I'm about to show you a $10 secret that could save your high mileage engine. And the victim, well, test vehicle is my Honda Element. And this thing was a cheapo, high mileage vehicle that I got for an absolute steal. It's an Element EX 4-wheel drive that I scooped up for dirt cheap. Why so cheap, you ask? Well, because it's got more miles on it than a Millennium Falcon, over 231,000 miles. And let's just say, this thing, it's seen things. The engine, noisy, probably dirtier than a truck stop toilet, and it's starting to run like it's on a pack-a-day habit. Desperate times, well, that means desperate measures, right? Now, as you can see, this thing is dirty, and under the hood is that typical Honda 2.4 liter four-banger. Reliable as heck, but this one, well, as you can see, it's really tired. It idles rough, there's a nasty tick, tick, tick sound coming from the engine, and I suspect it's burning oil like it's sponsored by OPEC. Let me fire it up. Start, baby, start, 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 start. Oh, baby. Yeah, can you hear that tick? That's kind of like a ticking time bomb, no pun intended. We gotta fix that really fast. So why is this thing running rough? Well, carbon buildup, years of crud, piston rings stuck with gunk, valves caked with deposits. Over time, an engine's internals get carbon, kind of like how a grill when it doesn't get cleaned. Those piston rings should really just spring out to seal the cylinders, but when they're all crudded up, well, they just stick, lose tension, and let oil sneak into places that it absolutely should not. It's kind of like your engine has clogged arteries. No wonder this thing is coughing and ticking and spitting and just sounds horrible. Kind of like it was abandoned. So I know you guys are all wondering, what is the ideal fix? Well, you tear the engine apart, scrape every last bit of carbon off, maybe replace the rings, basically perform open heart surgery on your Honda. Ain't nobody got time or money for that on a budget build. So instead, we're gonna do the not ideal thing. Well, the $10 secret actually. This is what old school mechanics absolutely swear by. It's called Seafoam. And if it works as well as they say, some dealership service departments might hate me for showing you this. Cue the lawsuit jokes. Here it is, Seafoam motor treatment. This stuff's been around since like the 1930s, originally to help fishermen spend more time fishing and less fixing their engines. Plus, if your engine doesn't run and you're out in the deep sea, that could be a problem. If this can rescue an old boat motor, well, maybe it can rescue my Element. And I am not stopping there, you guys. I also got this guy right here. It's the Seafoam spray to actually clean up the top end. We're hitting this engine from both sides, front and back, baby. Fuel, oil, intake, boom. All right, so game plan. We're gonna hit Seafoam in the oil first to flush out sludge and free those sticky piston rings. Then Seafoam in the intake, using the spray to blast carbon off the intake valves and pistons. Then we're gonna drive it for 15 to 30 miles and then ultimately get an oil change. And at the end of all this, we will see if this $2,300 Honda Element with a clean title and 231,000 miles on it is actually gonna run way more ideal, because right now, no, we don't. And real quick, there's nothing like a little Huracan Performante V10 in the morning. Okay, if you've ever imagined yourself turning heads in a jaw-dropping supercar, you are in the right place. Sign up. Sign up for the Ideal Collective. Right now, it is completely free, and I've linked to it in the pinned first comment down below. And just by signing up, you'll be the first to know about the first Ideal car giveaway ever. Spots are limited, so sign up today. Again, it's in the pinned first comment, and now, back to the show. So, first step, we put the Seafoam motor treatment in the oil. I'm gonna pour about half this can into the crankcase. The engine's warm and idling, perfect for circulating the cleaner. You normally pour Seafoam in and run the engine for about 10 to 15 minutes, or even drive it up to 100 miles before you change the oil. In our case, this oil's old anyway, so a short cleaning run is totally fine. I also snuck around and poured the other half of the Seafoam can into the gas tank, a little treat for the fuel injectors. Give this old girl a full spa treatment, you know? All right, so the moment of truth. Let's fire it up and see if it actually sounds a little bit better. It might smoke a little bit, but yeah. All right, let's check the engine first. Oh yeah, she purring a little bit. Don't mind the stains. I think that will all burn off. I should have used a funnel, but that's okay. It's coming around back here. Ooh, what the? Why is it smoking so much? What the? Well, that's not good.
So step number 2, seafoam spray. Now the engine's nice and warm. I pulled off the intake tube to access the throttle body.
Now this can actually comes with this really fancy hose and then also a hook so I can spray right past the throttle plate. Time to channel my inner Scotty Kilmer and clean some intake valves, or at least attempt to. When I stop spraying, it sounds good, and then when I spray again, you can hear the engine knocking. It means it's cleaning, baby. Cleaning so good. Wax on, wax off. All right, all done. The can is now empty, which means now, well, we just shut it off, and it's now time for it to heat soak. We let the seafoam sit inside the engine for about 10 to 15 minutes and work its chemical voodoo, all on that carbon buildup. Now, well, we wait. This is probably the hardest part about an impatient guy like me just having to wait for 15 minutes, but it's probably a good excuse to get like a snack and maybe some water because it is hot as balls out here. Meanwhile, let me just say, if this works, my neighbors might think I blew up the car from the smoke that is coming out. And I warned them, don't call the fire department, it's just a car on detox. And in 15 minutes, I'll start it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, step 3 is to hit the ignition. Dude, it's like smoking in here. Whoa, that's kind of weird. Okay. Holy smokes, literally, I mean, look at this, it kind of looks like it's smoking inside more than out. What the? Oh my, are you kidding? Okay, that's all the carbon and gunk we just blasted loose, and now it's getting burnt up and spit out the back. It's like my Element turned into a James Bond smoke screener, like a Cheech and Chong van. I honestly don't know how normal this is to be smoking not only from the exhaust pipe, but also inside the car. It's really weird, but this smell, oh my God, I wish YouTube had a smell-o-vision feature because it smells like a mix of like gasoline, burnt marshmallow, and barbecue gone completely wrong. Nasty, but that is the sweet smell of a cleaner engine. Jesus, what the is going on? I mean, seriously, you guys, don't breathe this because it doesn't help your lungs at all. All right, now I'm gonna rev the engine a couple of times and see if it kind of clears out. Ooh, hear that backfire? Wow, even the check engine light is now off. I don't know, it's like a Christmas miracle. Oh no, there is smoke coming out of the, ooh, what the? Okay, I gotta shut this off. I don't know if this is supposed to be happening or not. That is a lot of smoke, you guys. Yikes. Carbon buildup, be gone. I mean, it's kind of oddly satisfying, kind of like popping blackheads coming out of a pour strip video, you know what I'm saying? But actually for cars. Now, after 2 or 3 minutes or so, this is supposed to be getting a little bit better, but it's still smoking like Cheech and Chong inside that Element. I don't really understand what is going on, but yeah, the exhaust pipe too. The exhaust pipe definitely is starting to clear up, but I don't know, there's something inside the car that I gotta figure out. Maybe I should cut it off. Thank goodness, I thought we might get a call from like the EPA at one point there. Now listen, this is the very exciting part. The idle and the ticking noise, well, it is way quieter now than before. Nearly gone, in fact. For a car for 2,300 bucks, I mean, can't think of anything better. Before, this thing kind of sounded like a sewing machine at full throttle, but now, after a quick clean, I mean, I'd say it sounds pretty good. Way less ticking. Ooh, and that's pretty hot and a little bit stinky. I mean, I'd estimate that this is probably a 3 decibel drop in noise, which ain't a bad thing. I mean, it's a Honda, so it should be kind of quiet. And honestly, it is a very noticeable difference. It sounds like an engine with like a quarter of its miles. Also, before it was kind of going up and down in RPM at idle, and now it's way steadier. So this thing isn't gonna shake and bake like it once did at the stoplight. At least, I hope so. All right, the engine's feeling happier, but we're not done yet. Remember the seafoam that I put in the oil? Well, it did its job loosening gunk, but now the oil is filthy with all that suspended junk. So we gotta get an oil change pronto.
So I went to a Jiffy Lube and got a quick oil change. Man, that oil is dirty.
All right, the Element has been seafoamed and given fresh oil. Hooray, time for step 5, road test. Let's hit the road and see if I uncorked some hidden power, at least got rid of all those gremlins and shaking and baking, you know what I'm saying?
Right away, as I pull away, it feels super smooth. It used to kind of shudder like it had the chills. Now it's just steady and ready. Pulling away, yo, I think it's actually smoother and a bit more responsive. I don't think Patricia's ever been driven this hard in 231,000 miles. Look at that, VTEC baby. It might just be my butt dyno, but the acceleration just feels way less sluggish. I mean, this is more of a Heliment than an Element. Actually, I'm starting to really enjoy driving this thing. I mean, at the end of the day, this cheapo high mileage Element feels a lot less like a beater and more like a daily driver that I can actually trust. Not bad for an afternoon work and a gallon of Go Juice from the 1930s. That's science for you, I think.
Now guys, if you found this experiment as cool as I did, well, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And let me know in the comments if you've used seafoam before on any engine or lawnmower or Tesla. I don't know if you could use it on a Tesla. Can you use it on a Tesla? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. Also, remember to go to winthisIdealcar.com to get entered to win for free our very first ideal car that we're giving away. It has the best odds and it's completely free. So what do you have to lose? Click the link in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, well, check out these Ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. We'll catch you next week and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.